Welcome VSPs and others that breathe today in InhaleGames. You're seeing two ships in orbit for Destiny. Why, you ask? Well, let me tell you. We got Starfruit here. Unfortunately, not in the commentary, but in the gameplay, so that's going to be fun.
Tanix has
No, Tanix doesn't.
house.
He's a beast.
He kneels before no
You're right, he
banner,
doesn't.
owes allegiance to
No, he doesn't.
kill.
He's sort of top notch.
He is a
Yes, he
murderer
does also murder.
and very good at what he does.
I know other murderers that are good at what they good at what they do. I can't speak. Dexter?
Since wolves broke
The
their
show?
chains.
He kills. He's good at it.
Now Tanix works for Wolfpack.
Yeah, which is weird because normally it doesn't work for anyone. Cool. So, now that we've got through that little beginning part, this next mission in the story was also the same. Was a strike that...
Tanix has been sent to plunder the hive.
Okay.
Your job just as
Awesome. We'll plunder the hive.
avenge
Avenge the dead. Cool. I got that. We got that. So the next mission was the Shadow Thief strike at level 28. And it was also the Nightfall. So I was like, you know what? Let's get Starfruit on here. Let's do the Nightfall instead of the strike, so that, you know, it just takes, you know, it's harder. So it's more fun. There's more intense moments, hopefully. And I was like, you know, let's do it. So yeah, we did it. And another thing you'll notice is that I'm actually not on my Warlock. I decided to just up it even more. I jumped on my Hunter, which I don't usually play on. So he's my lowest level character. So I am only level 31 doing this level 32 strike. And so it's definitely a bit harder. There's some crazy clutch moments. I'm sure that you will hopefully be entertained by the gameplay. So yeah, let's just get into a little bit of just the background of the Shadow Thief, the new strike that was introduced. I guess it's he sort of told you, the scribe dude sort of told you that the powerful Tanix is scarred, sorry, has never been a part of any house, but now he's working with Skolas, who, you know, together they're very powerful. And we're tracking down both of them. So in this strike, we are fighting through. We're on the moon, as you can see, and we're fighting through the hallways, and then we'll get to like an open room where we actually get to verse Tanix for a little bit, and then he teleports away, and you get to go and follow him through a few rooms and do the same process over and over again. There's one big room with Fallen Walker. And it's definitely one of the most intense strikes. My favorite, for sure, out of all of them. We will fight and we will win. That's our goal. And as well as this being a Nightfall, you get to see the rewards we got, which, if I remember correctly, were shit, unfortunately. But, I mean, whatever. It is what it is, so yeah, we're fighting our way through the narrow passages to make our way up to the Fallen Catch. Tanix, and it's pretty basic. It's what I like is that in one of my past videos I was sort of saying that the strike would sort of be like the daily events, the public events, sorry, that happen where you have to kill. Oh shit, we're getting charged by ogres. I'm like only level 31. I can't take barely any damage from these guys because it is arc burn. Fallen do arc damage, and if I get hit by a hive melee, they do arc damage, so being only level 31, I do less damage and take a hell of a lot more. So I feel like Starfruit did definitely a crap ton more work than I did. So yeah, I went off track, don't even know what I was saying. Yeah, that's right. The public events. You sort of have to kill. Oh yeah, Mask of the Third Man. I just got that. Just showing it off there for you guys. I love the 3 eyes. It's really cool. Not eyes, but lights. So yeah, you have like 8 check marks or whatever, and you have to kill him before he reaches a certain destination. I thought it'd be so cool if they did that in the strike, and they totally did with this one. Though, like, it's not on a time limit, but you know, you do go like room to room, fighting the boss. And I play a lot of this game in the red. I take a lot of damage. And I just thought that was a really cool idea for Strike instead of having it. I mean, I guess like a lot of the other strikes, you know, it's room to room to room to final room, kill the boss. It's sort of the same thing, except for with these rooms, the boss does like come in, and you get to do a little bit of damage as you go, and it's just, I don't know, sort of fun, sort of more mission feeling. Look at those stealth vandals, totally missing both me and Starfruit. We both, or at least one of us, should have died again there. Oh, I whip out the sidearm, guys. This is a great sidearm. If you don't use it, you're not. Something's wrong with you, man. You got to give it another chance. If you didn't like it right away, I fully upgraded it, and it doesn't hop, barely any. At least it's not controllable. It's very easy to control. And plus, it does arc damage. That's just a solid thing to have. I only just recently, I think, on like my Titan, when I was just like fooling around, got a arc sniper. It was the legendary, like actually a decent sniper. Other than my icebreaker, I don't have sniper rifles. Oh yeah, I got the black hammer from Crota. But other than that, I had nothing, and that's just another solar sniper rifle, so it's not even better than the icebreaker, in my opinion. So, oh, I almost hit the back of Starfruit's head with my rocket launcher. That would have killed us. And by us, I just mean me. Doesn't kill him. So Tanic's out. Key thing to know, if you didn't know and haven't figured it out, I haven't played this yet, is that when it says immune when you're shooting him, that's because he's about to teleport out. So don't waste any more ammo. Just save your ammo. Don't throw a heavy on him. So I wouldn't even really use. I'd use heavy maybe in the beginning, but once you've fought with him for a little bit, don't waste a heavy, because if it says immune, it's not gonna do anything, like I said, and then you've just wasted ammo. So yeah, you've noticed a couple times I've crouched and went invisible. Awesome perk of the hunter that I'm using. So yeah, just showing it off there. And I also have an arc grenade. I usually play on the warlock. Yes, Scribe. We like your voice. You're an awesome character. One of our favorites up to date. We will fight. Don't know how Starfruit died back here. So that's cool. Yeah. He's also running Hunter. He has the camo, not camo, but frick, what's it called? Shader. He has the shader from Eris, rank 4, sunsetting. I think that's what it's called. Okay. I want to do like a whole commentary in Fallen language. That'd be sweet. Because you wouldn't understand me and you'd hate it. But it'd be pretty fun to do. Or like actually make a language. I wonder like if there was lore behind what he actually just said. And so if you looked it up, you would find out what he actually just said instead of just in brackets saying fallen chatter. Like, you would actually know. That would be interesting if you could look that up and then like match up the little sounds you made. That would be interesting. I don't know if they would go that in depth. Bungie, if you have, I'm gonna look this up actually after the commentary. I'll let you guys know in the next one. If they actually did this, I will be super impressed with the depth of which they went in this game. I can't say it enough. This game is great. This current DLC is amazing. Starfruit died actually a couple times, and I was like scared because I'm on level 31. So, I mean, like I said, I can't take much damage. So if I died, we would get kicked to orbit, and so it's a pretty intense situation. Just 2-manning a Nightfall. 3rd man's always nice to have, just because it just feels a bit safer. But I mean, whatever. We do what we do, and we like a challenge, which this DLC's actually given us. We've done raids, and you know the feeling, if you've done Crota, anyone out there, the feeling of running the sword. I personally haven't. I sort of tried to do it once, and it was just really intense, but I wasn't leveled to really do anything. But guys that I ran the raid with that did do it, and in other situations, when your heart just like gets racing and everything's like so intense, like you're just like sitting on the edge of your chair or on the edge of your couch or wherever your gaming setup is, and you're just like grabbing the controller way tight, and you're just like freaking out inside, and you're just not saying anything, and like the whole party chat is just like dead silent and everyone's just like really intense. Yeah, I haven't had that moment in like a long time. Because once you hit like, even once you hit like 28, like just a high 20, you're pretty solid. And once you hit that 30 to 32, like you just feel invincible. And then especially once you hit that 32, before this DLC came out, like it was nothing. You just like, I literally would just like run into the middle of an area and just be like texting someone on my phone, and just take like a beast amount of damage and just nothing. Wouldn't die. I'd get down to the red, but then I'd just jump and then regen and kill everyone. Like it, you just feel like a beast. And I haven't had that feeling in a while until this DLC. So this room right here is the final room. Not the final room, sorry, but the room with the walker. So you'll see this is probably the most intense room, I'd say, before the final room. But there is, like, if you have 3, like, 32s, taking out the Tanix himself in the last room actually isn't too hard, especially with Arc Burn. If we all just hit him hard, like, right away, he dies before you have to really deal with a lot of ads. See, once again, if I could actually somehow look up what he was saying there, and if it was actually something real, that'd be awesome. So this is something you gotta watch out for. When you first walk into this room, that door on the right spawns a bunch of ads, and only does it twice. Once with just a bunch of people, and because I was level 31, like I knew they were there, that's why I was looking at them, but I just didn't have enough firepower. I couldn't do enough damage as a 31. So we sort of go back and forth, Starfruit and I, getting revives. Yeah, I just don't have the firepower, but I slowly do take him out. A nice thing about the Hunter, like I mentioned before, is that I have an arc grenade, so to throw it into just a group of people with arc burn is nice. It does a decent amount of damage. But the room right off the bat, to the right, you want to make sure to get that spawn out of there, and then it's pretty good for quite some time. But just keep checking up on your radar. I find the best place to stay sort of is in this corner up top, and the little hallway where you see Starfruit to my left. It's probably the safest. You can sort of go down on the floor to the right of the walker, but there's more spawn doors down there, and it's just a little bit more high action, a little bit more risky. I like this little spot here to take the ads out down there. The only other time the door opens is for Exploder Shanks, I think, and also Exploder Shanks come from the bottom, but Exploder Shanks charge you, man. So you gotta make sure to take those out right away, because they're all grouped together right away, so those all explode, and then you can just go back to doing damage to the walker. But the walker is the hardest part, I think, in this strike. Maybe it's just because I walked back into that one. Way to go, Coconut. That was smart. Oh, the red laser. I should probably. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna. Oh, pretty. Man. I felt like I was letting him down, because then that happened. Right off revive, just die again. I can't take damage. Like, with my Warlock, I could probably take, like, I was pretty far away. That was mainly splash damage that killed me at 31. Like, my Warlock could have taken that. My 32 could have taken that, and so could my Titan, because I believe I think I've been playing on him enough. He's 33 now, actually. I was talking before that you can ascend a piece of exotic gear with just an exotic shard and some glimmer and material, and so I did that right away, which put me to 32 and a half. And then because he's the character that I just sort of run around and play Prison of Elders on, and just sort of understand that part of the game, and just stuff that I can't really get that many gameplays on, or I can't quite figure out the party chat. So if there's a lot of people on and they need help on a Nightfall or something, I'll jump on that character just to help them out. So there's Exploder Shanks coming out to the right. But yeah, and then so Prison of Elders gave me something that what was it, the armor core? Yeah, it gave me an armor core at 32, so that I could buy the arms they were selling in the Reef this week, which put me to 33. So yeah, I'm 33, and I'd be interested if I can try to get a 34 Prison of Elders gameplay. That'd be cool. I'm really just trying to figure out the audio so I can get Starfruit on here, because sometimes it wants to work great, and other times it's all effed up, man. Like, everything that can go wrong, like, it's not making sense. The other day I tried to do like a live commentary, and for any of you that use Elgato, it's there's one big button that says, you know, record commentary, and then a big red button, record video. So you hit them both if you choose to do that. But I was coming through like every speaker. I was going through my mic, through my interface, and I was coming out my speakers of my TV and the speakers on my desk, which were like off some, like they were literally like off. I don't know how that was happening. And then it was also coming out of my tower, my computer tower, and I don't know how, because it should have just been going straight into the Elgato and being recorded in there. I shouldn't have heard it except if I had my the headphones coming back out of the interface so that I could hear myself. Other than that, I shouldn't have been able to hear myself everywhere else. I don't know what was going on. I didn't have my headset, like gameplay headset, plugged in, because that would make sense if that was plugged in and then I had the audio coming out of my TV or something. But like, it was so weird. So I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm trying to get like some consistency here on the channel and just like upload some stuff, and it's just like everything's not letting me. And so I was doing the strike on my Warlock actually, the first time, and then we got joined by, I was also playing with Starfruit, and we got joined by another friend. Shout out to Dexter Vex. He's a great guy. He's from Australia, and we were playing with him. But then Starfruit joined him in the fire team chat, and then it was picking them up as game audio and recording them. They're chatting. So I'm like trying to like yell at Starfruit for them to just switch to not fire team chat, but just like a party chat. And so it sort of ruined the gameplay, because just like halfway through you just hear like, because when Dexter joined, he automatically went to the fire team chat and he was trying to talk, and because no one was in there, it was just sort of picking up like white noise, and then you just hear them talking, and it was really frustrating. It ruined the gameplay. And it was going pretty well. So that was frustrating. But then when I was listening to it back, they were so clear. Like, it was perfect. I'm like, okay, I can do a commentary with this. Like, you can hear them perfectly. Whenever I tried to do fire team chat or party chat recording with Starfruit, you could barely hear him. I don't know if I actually even ever got around to posting it, because it was just so hard to hear him. And it sort of ruined the commentary side of the gameplay. And he has some good stuff to say. He knows quite a lot about Destiny, and it'd be sweet to actually have him vocally on the channel to talk about, you know, House of Wolves or anything prior and anything to come, and just his take on the game and other games and life and all that fun stuff. And it was really frustrating. So when I listened to it back and it was perfect, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong. Like, I really don't know. I'm looking online, I'm following the same steps, and I followed all the steps to do the other one, and he was really quiet. Then I did no steps, and they're talking in fire chat, and it picks them up perfectly. So I don't know if there's some setting on my PS4 that I have to change, or if I just put my headset on as well, split my headset up between talking in fire team chat but letting the game audio still go to the Elgato, or if it somehow picks us all up. I don't know. That was really confusing. I don't quite understand why it works like that. It's frustrating, very frustrating. So this walker is taking us the majority of the strike to take out. It's not even that he's that hard, really, but you know, that splash damage is arc. Those bolts are arc, so you get hit and you get taken out. And there's just two of us, so we have to take turns sort of shooting them, because once his aggro's on you, it's death if you don't, you know, run away. So I put like as much as I can on him until he turns to me. Then I'll have to walk away and reload. Then Starfruit goes out while the aggro's on me, puts as much as he can on him, steps out. All this while dealing with ad spawns. So right now it's nice because we can just go back and forth. There's no ads. But we cut it close a couple times, and it's not fun. So having that third person, actually last time we had a third person, that third person died a lot because there wasn't really a place for him. But so yeah, so this is this is the Shadow Thief Strike. Like I said, it was the nightfall for this week. Definitely loving it. Um, so enough about that. Enough about my frustrations with recording. I'm not going to stop recording. I'm still going to be doing my best to get gameplays out when I can. It's just trying to figure out my new work schedule as well, and just all that fun stuff. But I'm not making excuses. Technically I am, but I'm still uploading to the channel. I'm also trying to record some music and stuff, because that is also something I do. And the podcast that I do with Colonel Quesadilla, I believe I mentioned this on an episode. If not, we do have a podcast. Check it out. Entertainment Squared is up on Podomatic right now. It'll soon be up on iTunes. We're just trying to get all that in order as well. And he will be here early this next week to get some gameplays. I'm going to get him on some commentary. And maybe even like record some of our podcast or something as to a gameplay or something. Would that be weird? Probably weird. We'll just talk about other stuff. But enough about that. I just sort of wanted to... I mentioned that I was playing on Hunter a little bit, but I just sort of wanted to get into the class setup just in case you're curious, or you just stumbled upon this channel and you have no idea what weapons I'm using or anything like that. So I got the arc grenade, as you've seen. I do have the knife melee I'm using Blade Dancer. You got to be careful when you finish that walker. That door does open a bunch of drags, and these stupid noble shanks, which in strikes have the solar shield, which really just mess with you. Those are probably the most annoying enemies. So this arc primary I'm using is called the Praetus Timepiece. So it's an arc pulse rifle. It's my only arc primary. I believe Starfruit's using a different one he got from Crota. I'm blanking on the name, guys, sorry, but if you know, post in the comments to help anyone else that doesn't know. Wow, what's it called? Dang it. I can't remember. Yeah, when you walk through, he spawns there, so don't really charge through like I did. You slowly got to go around these corners, because he's going to be waiting to do damage to you, and you both don't want to die, especially for nightfall. If you down a strike, at least you don't get kicked to orbit. My secondary, as you see, is the sidearm, the Dynasty. Destiny put out the sidearm. I really hope there's more sidearms, actually, or maybe an exotic sidearm. I don't actually know the list for what is out exotic-wise for Destiny. So maybe I'll look that up and cover that in the next episode. Because I know I did get a helmet. Yeah, I'll see. I'll start the next episode with this, because it was the gameplay that was ruined by the chat in the beginning, or sorry, in the middle. In the beginning of that episode, Zur was at the reef, down one of the doors that opens, and I bought a couple helmet engrams from him, and one of them actually gave me the new exotic headpiece for the Warlock, and so I'll show you guys that in the next episode. So this is the final room here. This is my Hunger of Crota. It is the Crota Raid Heavy. It's a solar rocket launcher, so you can see. And it does track, so I'm trying to quickly get on him. And that's that arc grenade thrown into that bundle, doing quite a bit of damage to surrounding people. So every time this happens, when this is guarding down, I sort of freak out, because and that just leaves me at 21, and then I turn into a noble shank, and I hate those guys, and then I can't make that jump because I'm not used to the friggin' hunter jump to save my life, and I'm freaking out. So Starfruit has to save me, and then we're both like running away from that noble shank, because those are just pain in the ass. I'm playing in red. I'm in red here. That noble shank's following us. I have to go back for that revive. I'm freaking out. So thank goodness he pulls his golden gun, because that is solar, and that's going to do some damage. And so we get rid of those noble shanks. Nope, of course not. There's like 4 more. I wasted the heavy. It didn't even lock onto him, even though it said it did. I'm running out with like no health, and another noble shank takes me out. He's coming around the corner. He's just head on facing this noble shank, and then this captain comes in. He dies and leaves me here with that noble shank. Look, I'm in red. I'm freaking out. I get the revive. Oh my gosh, I have like no health. Then he saves me, and then we got a shrapnel launcher captain right to our right. I'm like, holy shit, this is the most intense piggyback hopscotch revives. I'm like, thank goodness for this sidearm. I may be 31, but the damage, because this is new sidearm, the damage is max damage. I take the time. I'm not chancing it. I go invis. I'm gonna get this revive. I don't care if there's no ads. I'm making sure I'm safe. I'm making sure he's safe. Okay, time to try to do some damage on the boss. Where the hell is this motherfucker? He dies again. Really? Come on, brah. You're supposed to be the beast out of the team here. You're 32. You should be fine. I take another death. Man, fallen weapons are frustrating. I hate those following things. Sort of like the needler from Halo. Oh, the most frustrating weapon. One of my least favorite enemies to fight, honestly. I mean, they're sort of easy other than the noble shanks and strikes that have the fire shield, solar shield, and then those following friggin' needlers, man. I hate those so much. So much. It's so frustrating. Absolutely the worst weapon they could have chosen to, like, style of weapon they could have chosen for that. Other than that, what do I have to talk about? Not much. Did a setup. Did covered shit. Starford, I think, also secondary is a sidearm. Oh, I'm almost dying again. Almost dying again. So much death. I'm like, I don't care if I'm in the red. I'm just popping out. I see explosions. I love how my little pulse sidearm is just shooting through everything. I'm just like super apologetic to Starford, all these deaths I'm taking. But looking back on this now, he took quite a few. And so it was definitely a team effort to knock these ads out and get the boss down. I did a surprising amount of damage, actually at 31. Rewatching this as I commentate, I was probably a decent key player. I mean, I did take a few more deaths than he did, but I mean, that's fair. I was 31. So I see out of the corner of my eye, he barely has any damage left, so I'm like, nope, don't care about the ads. Put everything on him. And I just sort of stand there and then ended up dying, so stupid. Scribe talks to us. It says we'll be rewarded. Nice, treasure. From the Queen. Sweet. Okay, so I don't know if that's actually going to elaborate into anything, but we got his respect, so that's cool. And we're going to get treasure, so that's awesome, though I don't know if that's just talk like everything else, because all those other great rewards that happen at the end never really happen. So let's get into what we get for the Strike Nightfall rewards. So yeah, he did out-kill me, for sure. I did get quite a few assists. So he got 10 strange coins. So that's BS because he's been stockpiling coins. He has enough. And I got a legendary engram. Now, that's sort of shitty, but I mean, it does have a positive side. So we're going to head to the reef and just check it out. You know, who knows? Hopefully we can hand this in. We can get lucky. Hopefully it'll at least give us one of the new legendary guns. But if we get even luckier, it'll give us an exotic. I do sort of like that chance, though I wish the percentage was higher. I mean, I guess it's fair, but I mean, for all that work there at 31 going into the 32 Nightfall, and then doing a decent amount of damage, and then getting just a legendary engram, like, I feel like it's ripped off. Almost as gypped as like 10 strange coins, though you can actually get stuff from Xur for strange coins, so those are nice if you don't have that many. So I mean, I would have actually preferred the strange coins. I don't have that many right now, and I would have bought something from Xur. Like, I would have rathered that, honestly, or even like a bunch of motes of light, because then you can get the engrams from Xur, the exotic engrams, and then that guarantees you an exotic, whether it be one you already have, which will just give you a shard, which you can ascend something with, or a chance at something you don't have, which is better than frickin' legendary engram. Like, come on. I can get like the rate that it gave me a legendary engram is like the same chance, like, drop rate as just getting a legendary engram, like, in game from ads. Like, I don't know. I might be ranting about that, but yeah, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. But if you guys are interested in some more rewards and doing strikes and stuff and high pressure situations, then I'll definitely post some more. But I hope that one was pretty fun. I played on my hunter, like I said, he was 31 going into 32, so sorry if you got frustrated by the deaths, but so here it is, the helmet first, just in case. Come on, come on. nothing. Well, not nothing, but we didn't get the exotic that I was hoping for. We ended up getting, what does that say? Who knows? But it's sort of cool. It's void. I don't have something that's void. It's new. It looks cool. We got some decent perks on it. It's okay. Not the worst, not the best. I definitely would have preferred an exotic, but you know, we can't all get what we want. Maybe if I'm good, the Destiny gods will give me something good next time. So, until next week, this has been Commoner Coconut, and you guys have been the audience.